What's up, fellow crime fighters? It's Cody Lee here, aka Tihyo, and today I'm in the Godzilla Mod version 1.6.6, aka the Mothra update for Minecraft 1.7.10. And I'm here in this factory in my spiffy retextured G-armor that is now in the newer versions of the mod. And today I'm going to show you guys how to make the oxygen distribution system. Now, before I get on with the tutorial, I want to give you a little backstory as to what the purpose of this is. Now, the Oxygen Destroyer, the most powerful weapon in the mod, and some could argue in all of Minecraft. This weapon can kill anything and everything in sight, besides burning Godzilla, but that's besides the point. Alright. Oh, and yeah, just burning Godzilla at this point. In the future, there may be some other that are immune to it, but right now, in this current version, it's burning Godzilla. But, I mean, there probably will be, like, you know, another one that I know for sure that'll be immune to it. Destroyer! Anywho, so let's, basically, in the older versions of the mod, the Oxygen Destroyer was really easy to craft for some. It was really simple as well. All you needed is some micro-oxygen cells that you just smelted some stuffs, platinums, and you're basically good to go. And it was kind of disproportional for how powerful the weapon was. So I felt like in these newer versions to make the system, you know, a little bit more industrial, hence why we're in a factory, complicated and just a lot more time consuming and expensive. I know a lot of you hate me for that, but hey, it's a lot more realistic. And I find the system to be a lot cooler, you know, it's a lot more interesting way to do it and stuff like that, and it makes the Oxygen Destroyer not your first priority to go get because it kind of can get a pain to make this whole system. Now, the purpose of this system is not necessarily to make the Oxygen Destroyer itself. What it does is it produces the micro-oxygen cells, which in the old versions were just simply smelted from, I believe, a bottle of glass. Oh yeah, this generates that bottle of air, I believe, or whatever, you know what it's called. So that's pretty bad. I forgot the name. It's got to be. Hold on, I'm gonna look this up real quick. It's the bottle. This is annoying me. It's the bottle of oxygen. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. This makes the bottle of oxygen, which you smell to make the micro-oxygen cells, which is used for the Oxygen Destroyer. But so this is the purpose of the system is to make the bottle of oxygen. Blech. So let's get on with the tutorial. We have our materials here, and this is what you're gonna need. You need a pickaxe, of course. Iron is the recommended because a lot of these machines don't break on stone. Pipes do, but a lot of them don't, so I have a diamond because it's the quickest one to break up, but I believe iron works on all of these. There may be one or two that doesn't, but the iron should work on all these machines. If not, then you know it's diamond. So, what you need is one hydrosuctor engine, one oxygen separator, one oxygen filter, one hydrogen filter, one oxygen storage unit, also known as the OSU, one hydrogen storage unit, also known as the HSU, and 14 pipes. Now in this tutorial, I'm not going to just show you how everything, you know, how to get your results in the end. I'm going to show you the logic behind it, and that way it'll help you guys remember what you need to do, because if you're just memorizing positions of things, it can kind of get a little bit more complicated to, you know, actually know what you got to do. But if you actually know what it technically does, it's a lot easier to know what you have to do on the spot. That's kind of funny. It's just kind of sitting there. But anyways, so first things first. What you need to do is your main priority is to get the hydrosuctor engine with water. Basically, what the hydrosuctor engine does is it sucks up the water. That's really simple. And you don't need a water source this big. All you really do need is a 1x1 water source. Now, most people think that this system would go right here, but it doesn't. What you need to do is it needs to be directly above at least one piece of water, or one block of water, excuse me. I have a little bit more because I think it looks a little bit more fancy in this whole little setup I have up here. So, how I recommend doing that is taking one of your pipes, placing it down, then taking the hydrogen suctor engine and placing it in front of that. As you can see, the machine is exactly one block above the machine. Now, obviously, you could have the pipes that are extended out way far out here, and this could technically all be on water if you could have a platform to get it up on. Main thing is you just need to have this above water. And basically, like I said, this is going to suck up the water. Now, as you can see, there's no water. It'll actually animate when you know you're doing it right. So as you can see, no water's coming up. That means the system's not complete. So what you need to do is, after this, behind the sucker engine, you need 2 pipes. So we already had one down, and now we have the second one. This is going to feed the water into the next thing called the oxygen separator. Now what this does is it splits the hydrogen and the oxygen in the water. For those of you that know, the compound of water is H2O. So what's basically happening here is this is sucking up the water. As you can see, this animation came up, so you know that this is in the correct position. You have 2 pipes behind, and then it goes into here. Now right now this isn't feeding anywhere, and you'll know this is set up correctly because water will show up here. So what you need to do is take your pipes and go 3 blocks to the sides of these directions. So it should create a right angle going each way. Now this is where most people get confused, or it doesn't work, because the oxygen filter and the hydrogen filter, they change on their position depending on the X and Z axis in your world. That being said, sometimes the oxygen filter will be on the left and sometimes it will be on the right, and same for the hydrogen filter, vice versa. So we're going to start off and we're going to try to put the oxygen filter here first. So we put that one here, and then we're going to put this one here. Now, we know this worked because that little red light that was at the top turned blue, and you can see the water is flowing in through here. Now, I'm going to demonstrate what happens if you have it the opposite way. As you can see, when I broke that, this system turned off, and this turned off. The only thing that's still working is that, but that doesn't do you any good. So if I accidentally place it on the opposite side, now then again, in some cases, this could be on this side. It just depends on your XZ axis. There's no really way to tell. I believe there's like a really technical algorithm that I'll post up on the screen now as to determine which goes on which side. But most people are like me, are just going to guess and check. But as you can see, if you put it that way, it didn't work. So I'm going to stress this again. It does not matter. I mean, the oxygen does not have to be on a specific side. It depends on the XZ correlation in your world where you're standing in position like that. So basically, we have the success right now. As you can see, the gas inside, this turned on, and the blue lights came on, and everything's lit up, and you can see the water's going in through here. Now, what you need to do from this point is make another right angle going this way. This will create, you need 3 pipes going out this way, and the last 3 pipes going this way. That was the remaining of your pipes. Now, what you need to do is the hydrogen goes obviously to the hydrogen filter, because basically what this is technically doing is this is sucking in the oxygen and sucking in the water, separating it, putting the hydrogen on one side and sending it to this containment unit, which later in the mod, if you're watching this in the future, this may already be implemented. We may have this make a bottle of hydrogen. Maybe we can make hydrogen bombs and stuff like that. But right now, it really just separates it and you don't get anything out of it. And then this takes the oxygen, sends it this way, and I'm going to send it to the oxygen storage unit, which, as you can see, it's smoking. When the storage unit is smoking, that means it's cooking. And see, this side's smoking as well. That means it's working. So the machine is working as of the moment. So give it a few moments and let it recuperate itself. And then what you're going to do is you're going to walk over to this system. And, oh, I forgot one very important necessity. You need a glass bottle. My bad, guys. I totally, okay. I didn't put the G because it would mess it all up. Sorry for those that, okay. Anyways, let's spawn myself a whole bunch of these things. All right, there we go. Sorry for that inconvenience, guys. So the shame again. We're back. You need glass bottles. Forgot about that. That's the most important thing you really need. So what you need to do is with these glass bottles is this is how you gotta make your bottle of oxygen. You walk over to it, you right click, and it gives you a bottle of oxygen. Now you guys saw there how that was flashing. You cannot spam this, otherwise it will explode. See that? It lasts about it's gonna do that for about 30 seconds. So we're gonna sit here and wait about 30 seconds until that's gonna stop flashing permanently. So count 30 seconds or so. Otherwise, I'll show you what it does when you don't do it in a minute, but we're gonna make sure we can get our second bottle of oxygen. So looks like it's about good. Once we have about 10 seconds of this, I think we're about good. Yep, see? It stopped spazzing. What that is it's the water and it's the oxygen in the water. It's all mixturing itself out and producing what you need. So this is how you get your bottles of oxygen, guys. And these are used to make the micro-oxygen cell. If you smelt it in a furnace, and that's used in the oxygen destroyer. Now I'm going to show you what happens when you click a little bit too quickly and try to spam it. I don't think it's going to do what it needs to do this time because it looks like it just finished. Yes, it just finished. I picked up another one. So I'm going to click it real quick, Sam. I'm impatient to spam it. Bam! It blows up. So you have to wait that 30 seconds and make sure it's safe. Better play safe than sorry. Otherwise your machine blows up and you have to recraft it. Because what happened is the machine has technically overheated. See, it even blew up some of my pipes. Man, I gotta remake some more pipes. What basically technically happened is as this was filtering into this machine, it overheated because you were trying to do it too quickly and obtain these too quickly. And this machine overheated and it exploded. So you gotta be careful, guys. You gotta be really safe. Just count 30 seconds to a minute. 30 seconds, but sometimes if you're not sure, take it 45. You never know. And the reason why it does that, like I said, is because it overheats, and you don't want the machine to overheat. And as you can see, the entire system turned off besides this. This entire system, well, that's because there's no block here. These would no one be activated. But as you can see, the hydrogen storage unit turned off. Everything turned off because you done screwed up. But that's basically how you get your bottles of oxygen, guys. Quick and straight to the point. I hope this was a very informative tutorial for you guys. And, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and comment on this video. If you have any suggestions, leave it down in the comment section down below. If you'd like to see any more tutorials or reviews on this mod, or any more information, let me know in the comments down below. And I'll see what other tutorials I can pull out. If you'd rather have text tutorials or video tutorials, it's up to you guys. I really do enjoy doing these video tutorials. I think it's better and more explanatory because it's easier for you guys to, understand, because you don't have to do all that reading. You can just sit back, relax, and watch and follow along and pause the video at certain different times to build your machine if you have all the correct materials. So, without further ado, remember, fellow crime fighters and G fans, tie your shoes!